Good morning, everyone. Welcome to my hobby home. My name is Cathy. I would like to thank you for joining me. It is bright and early. Today is December, well, this is pre-recorded, but you'll be seeing this on December 11th. So that is going to be day 11 of the Missouri Star Quilt Company's Jenny's Countdown to Christmas. Today we will be receiving the felt bird kit in our countdown box. So I am going to bring you guys along with me trying this out. I have never felt it before, so this is going to be quite interesting for me. I do have all of my pieces already taken out of the felt sheets, and they're all over my desk. Last night I did attempt to see if I could figure out how to do the felting and all that. I do think I need to grab a thimble because I can't see the needle very well, so this is going to be a difficult project for me to work with because I can't see that little hole in the needle very well, and I don't know where my needle threader went. So let's go on and get into it. I'm going to turn you guys down so y'all can see what I'm doing. So hang with me and you'll be seeing what I'm doing in a moment. Okay, I am sure you see the mess I have here on my workstation. What I'm going to do, I'm only going to do one bird. You are able to do 4 birds, and I'm going to say this right now. I'm not reading these instructions. These instructions right here, I'm not reading them. I see all of that right there. Let me turn it where it's not upside down for you. The template there, I'm not doing that. What I will be doing is I will be using my glue pen and gluing one together, and then I will hand stitch something on it. But yeah, I think I want to do a red bird. You see, I've got all my parts. I took them all out preparing for this while we were in Kentucky, and I just slipped them back in the bag because grandbaby took precedence. So we have a red bird. And so then we need to find the large white. So here's a large white. Let me turn it this direction. So then we have a large white. Welcome back, guys. I thought I was recording and I wasn't. So let me show you what I've done. I've taken a red felt and I have glued these down to stabilize them so I can do a hand stitch on them. I've already got my one strand of the floss right here, and I'm fixing to do I guess they call it a French knot for the eye. But what I've done is I've just glued all this down, and see, I've deviated from the pattern. I used the tulip, and then the heart is going to be my leaves. But I've glued this all down just to kind of stabilize it before, so I can start stitching it. Right now I am doing this French knot. Watch how I grab the thread right here. So pretty much I've just pulled the thread over my finger. I take the needle and I wrap the string around it, and then I go back down, trying to get it where you can see it, right next to where I pulled the thread out. Now make sure that thread stays tight on your needle, because if you don't, your French knot gets really loose. There you go. And that is the eye for our little dove, I guess that's what this is. And I'm going to just come in the back of it here, and I'm just going to stay within the felt and leave a little loop and pull it through, because technically what I'm doing is knotting my thread there. This is a little cross stitch trick that I have, so I'm sure a lot of people know how to do that. But for beginners that don't know how to do it, that is how you can do that. Now this thread, of course, now is too short to do anything with. So I am going to get, let's see, do I want to do the white? Yeah, I may do. You know, I'm looking at this pattern and I'm wondering, do I want to do all of these intricate things? I'm not real sure I do, because I think the bird is beautiful without all of that. But what I am going to do is take some white thread and I'm going to stitch this down, and then I need to do a white thread on this so you can see the slip stitch there. But just hang with me. We are probably going to do it completely different than suggested all the way around. Okay, so now what I'm doing is I'm going to go ahead and get a longer piece of thread. And the reason I do a longer piece of thread is because I take one strand and I just double it over. Now, I am saying I have never felted before, and this is just my spin on felting it. I love this kit. I love the red and white birds. I think it's beautiful, but I've never been much of an instruction person when it comes to things. I like looking at the picture and figuring it out, and if there's a step that I can't figure out, then I'll read the instructions. But this right here, there we go. We got that apart. Okay. And I'll show you how I thread my needle here. I hold it out, I pull my thread on my needle like that. I can't find my needle threader, and then I pinch it real tight under the needle. I pull that needle out and then I roll my needle on there. Sometimes that works and sometimes I have to do it over, but I can't see well enough to see if I'm getting it or not. Okay, so I got it there, and what I'm going to do is get the ends together. I get those ends even, and then I just knot them together. And I'm trying to make sure I get it as far to the end as I possibly can. There you go. Got a little needle, little knot right there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start down here at the tail of the wing. And I'm just going to do a long stitch. You know, find the distance that you like to do it at. And your length of your stitches. I mean, that's all your preference, what you like. Me, I don't care. I mean, it's as long as it's tacking that down, I'm good with it. And I may actually do these as gifts. I'm hoping you can see what I'm doing here. But my tree is in my living room. I still have not put that thing up, guys. And normally, well, I didn't put one up at all last year. So I'm not going to say normally. But used to, when my children were at home, Day after Christmas, that tree was up, lit, decorated, the whole nine. And I haven't even pulled my decorations out. But I'm thinking we got a new kitten, so I have to be very careful what decorations I pull out, because the last years that I did have a tree up, like last year was the only year I didn't have a tree up. Normally I have a tree up. So I will say that. Last year was just my first year to not have a tree up. I had glass ornaments on it, like real glass ornaments, because my cats didn't mess with it, but now I've got a kitten and she's very destructive. Yesterday she knocked the lamp off the table, I guess chasing some imaginary bug that came in the house. I don't know. I couldn't see a bug, but it could have been like a gnat or something, because I've noticed, well, yesterday it was warm enough that I literally killed a mosquito on me, because I was outside at my dad's house. My brother-in-law was moving some firewood for him, and we were out there talking, and a mosquito actually lit on my arm and got me good. So that's how warm it was yesterday. But today I don't think we need to worry about mosquitoes. It's a little bit cooler than that. But yeah, we had storms coming through yesterday, and brought a cold front with it. So I'm hoping we're probably, I'm never going to get my garlic in the ground, because it doesn't seem like it's ever gets down low enough and stays low enough. But I'm probably going to have to do that this evening. And because I got to get it in the ground. But guys, just stay with me and I'll show you each step of the way. I'm probably going to speed you up through right here, because all I'm doing, I'm going to be doing the same stitch on each of these pieces that I have here. So just hang with me and I'll speed you through. Okay guys, I think this is the gist of what I'm going to do to this. I don't think I want to do the swirlies. I think it's pretty just like it is. So my next thing is, do I want to do this with red stitching or white stitching? Probably red. And what I'm going to do is a whip stitch. And get my red out of here. Let's see if I can grab the right string here. I don't think I did. Again, but it's okay. And this time we're going to do a really long piece. Now, once again, I'm only going to do the one strand. What I do is I pull that one strand and then I just pull it out. And what I will do is leave this right here open to stuff it with the fiber fill. I don't know if I've expressed, I like more basic things. I don't like things to be highly decorated, because to me it looks, well, let me step back. I do like a lot of decorations, but like the frilly stuff like that, I don't really like that. It sometimes too much can make it look gaudy, and I don't want to do that. And to have all this frill on it like this would be a look that I wouldn't care for. But you know, this is each person's own taste, and that one does not align with my taste. So what I'm going to do is I'm going between the two pieces of felt and coming up on that top piece. You could do the bottom piece also, but I'm putting my thread between the two pieces, so that way it's hidden when I start sewing. Now I'm going to go to the bottom and just come up right there at the top, and what that does is that holds those two pieces together, and then I'll just go over a little bit more and continue all the way around. Okay, so now I am back down to this bottom, and what I'm going to do, I have some fiber fill here that I'm just going to tear out a little piece of it. I don't know, this may be too much, but I'm going to wad it up in here into a little ball, and see, yeah, that may be too much. Let me tear that a little bit more off of that. And what I'm going to do is just start stuffing. I'm going to stuff to the head first. And then stuff to the tail second. Now make sure you leave enough room to where you can, yeah, I think I can put a little bit more in there. That may be a little too much, but we're going to see if we can pack that in there. We're going to have us a fat little bird. Okay, I think I can. Yeah, I can still close that. So now I'm going to stitch this closed by using the same whip stitch that I've used, going all the way around. And once I get this completed, I'll push some of that fiber fill to fill in at the bottom there. Now down here at the base where it is done, and this is why you need to make sure to have your stitches close enough so when you put that fiber fill in, it doesn't cause it to pocket out. You know, so if you have your stitches close enough and tight enough, it won't do that. And guys, I will say I'm quite surprised. I've never felt it, and this is the one project on the list that I've been afraid of because I've never felt it, and I thought, oh, this is going to be so hard, so detailed, but I'm guessing, you know, it's as detailed as you want to make it. I'm more basic. I like basic, and how I completed this one, I really do like this one. I hope y'all can see what I'm doing here. I know I always say that, but it's because I always forget my camera is not right here where my eyes are. Guys, if y'all will continue to come back daily, I do have a video that comes out every day right now. I am doing the Vlogmas. Some are unboxings, some are crafts, some are maybe a gardening, some are cooking, but I do have quite a few. Well, I'm doing a video every day. But guys, this has been simple enough to do. Now, if you want to do the intricate designs and stuff, that may be a little more difficult, but I don't care for that, so I didn't do that. But I bet, you know, you can do it however you want to do it. Make it your own. But I will say, I was very terrified of this one, but guys, there's my little bird. Make sure you can see that. And I will show you, when I did my stitching, I just did a straight line stitching. I did not go around the edges of it. I just did straight line on all of it. I know you can see the shadow there, but that's because where my light's located. But guys, this is the Missouri Star Quilt Company Day 11 Jenny's Countdown to Christmas felt bird kit. And there's our little felt bird, and he's very pretty. I'm going to have to well, let me go in and show you how to do that. To make a string, I'm going to go on and kind of tie this off so I can, well, I'm not tying it off, I just put it through the felt so I could clip it. But to make a hanger for this, I'm just going to go right here. see if this is his center of gravity. Yep, that looks pretty good. And what I'm doing is I'm just going to see that that's the center of gravity for him. I just put that through there. Now you want it long enough that it can hang on a tree if you want to hang him on a tree. But I'm going to tie, and you can even use a little piece of ribbon to do this. You could, you know, sew a little piece of ribbon right onto him there. Let me trim my... And you know, you could turn that knot down to where it's at the bottom. And there you go. You have a little felt bird. So guys, if you like this video, give me a thumbs up. If you have not yet subscribed, please click on that subscribe button. Leave a comment. I do respond to each and every comment personally. And as always, until I see you again, have a very blessed day. Goodbye.